It is a Friday. Hello and welcome to the Spotlight. My name is Keys. Okay, how are you doing this morning? Hope you had a very great night. Hope you had a very great sleep. Yes, it's time for me to give you updates about sporting news all over the world, but we just have to bring bit by bit. Time will not let us go around. It's just like a big show. So let's start with one man making headlines for himself, Arsenal ex-player, former Arsenal player, you want to call him. Someone would like to use the word Arsenal former forward. Emmanuel Adebayo has confessed that he's a typical Yoruba man despite representing Togo at international level. In an interview, the former star of Arsenal said that he was born and brought up in Togo. The Nigerian-born blood guy still runs in his vein, according to what he said. Now, he said this. Let me quote Adebayo this morning. What he said, "My father's name is Adeyi Adebayo, and my mother's name is Alice Eniola Adekanye. So I'm a pure Yoruba man. I was just born and raised in Togo, but I'm fully from Nigeria. The former African Player of the Year was in Nigeria to participate in the novelty match organized by African football legend in honor of former Super Eagles captain Austin Kocha, who recently turned 50. Happy birthday, or happy belated birthday to Austin Kocha. Of course, I did celebrate him here on the show. But moving on, a quick story I love to share with you. Very, very nice one to bring on. Maybe because I'm a fan of this lady. Maybe because I know her personally. But I think I love what she brings. Her name is Tobi Amusan, reigning world 100-meter hurdle champion and record holder. Tobi Amusan has been cleared to compete at the World Athletic Championship, which starts this Saturday in Budapest, Hungary. The 26-year-old has been charged with 3 whereabout failures and anti-doping rule violation for missing 3 out of competition tests within a 12-month period, and the Nigerian has contested the charge. News out of Budapest from Athletic Federation of Nigeria says the world 100-meter hurdle record holder has been cleared and will now travel to Budapest to defend a historic gold medal she won last year at the 18th edition of the championship. Tobi Amusan now has the chance to defend the only title she has not defended in her career after her successful defense of her Nigeria African Championship Games. I'll talk about African Games, Commonwealth Games as well, and also the Diamond League titles. Now, it was also gathered that the Tribunal of 3 arbitration exonerated Amusan from 2 out of 3 tests after the Nigerian argued that the tester did not do enough from locating her. Interestingly, Amusan had insisted that she said, let me say it right the way she said she was not a drug cheat. And she said, I'm a clean athlete and I'm also regularly, maybe more than the usual, tested by the AIU. I was tested within days and my third missed test. I have faith that this will be resolved in my favor and that I will be competing at the World Championship in August. Amusan wrote last month on her Facebook page. Tobi Amusan, congratulations that she's back again. I can't even wait to see her. No, sincerely, no joke, no hype. This lady does it right. Talk about 100-meter hurdle holder. She's a record breaker, a record setter, and I guess what? At Budapest, of course, she's going to mark it out there. She's going to make it a mark for herself. She's a Nigerian international. Just the name goes, Tobi Amusan. But away from that story, come with me, let's dive into the world of tennis. What's really transpiring there? When Novak Djokovic enjoyed a stress-free return to U.S. competition following a 2-year absence after second-round opponent Alejandro Davidovich Fokina was tough and also forced to retire after dropping the first set 6-4 at the Cincinnati Open on Wednesday. Now, Djokovic has not competed in the United States in 2021 U.S. Open final and was subsequently denied entering the country because he's not vaccinated against COVID-19. He was far from the best. Talk about this man, far from the best after facing some minutes in the game. His name is Djokovic, and I think when you talk about Djokovic, you understand that this man is 36, and the way he plays, he doesn't even play like his age. Now we already know he was far from his best in 46 minutes of action, facing a break point, in just a 1-1 before serving out of trouble. Now, Davidovich Fokina took a medical timeout away from the court to tend a lower back issue while trailing 3-4, and when he returned, his movement was eliminated and also limited, and he was broken at love. Handed the opportunity to serve on the set against the ailing Spaniard. Now, Djokovic also played an uncharacteristically sloppy game in that very, very time, dumping a forehand into the net to hand the break back, but the 23-year-old major winner recovered, flicking a forehand cross-court passing shot in the next game to capture the opener. And in the first game of the second set, Davidovich Fokina took the step that further aggravated his back injury and soon afterward walked down the net to shake hands with Djokovic. Moving on, up next, Djokovic is meeting with the Russell giant Gail Monfils, who beat Alexa de Minaur in straight sets. Djokovic has been seen as fans packed into his practice session. He's also going to play a double match on Tuesday. Could be on a collision course at the US Open tournament, up as the world number 1 Alcaraz, who bested him in the Wimbledon final last month. He's also on the verge of that very game. Now, moving on as well, in the world of tennis, Alexander Zverev won a battle of former ATP Cincinnati Open Championship against Daniil Medvedev 6-4, 5-7, 6-4 on Thursday to maintain his win streak at the event. The 16-seeded German, who missed the second half of last season with a serious injury, won his 8th consecutive Cincinnati match, dating his 21 title run. He also turned the table in the third round match on third seed Medvedev, the 2019 champion, who also had defeated him 3 times already this season. And that's all at the Masters level. Now, Zverev also made his late breakthrough as Medvedev double faulted to drop serve and trail 4-5 in the third set. Moments later, the 17th-ranked German was lifting his hands high in victory achieved on his match point after 2.5 hours. He ended with 36 winner and nearly 50 on forced errors as the pair placed on the 6th time. That's for tennis. Looks quite lengthy. But away from that, come with me, let's talk about football. One man is making news as well, Michael Olise. His full name is Michael Akpovier Olise. You would know he plays for the French national side under 21. But by his real name, you would know he's a Nigerian international. But we're not talking about that now. Michael Olise has signed a new 4-year deal at Crystal Palace. Chelsea has been heavily linked to the move for the winger in a deal that would have cost them £35 million. However, such transfer has not been okay and it's been thrown in doubt as Olise has opted to extend the stay at Selhurst Park. Now, taking to social media, Parish announced that Palace are set to hold on to one of their brightest talents for longer. I'm absolutely delighted to announce Olise has decided to commit his future to Crystal Palace Football Club, and this afternoon, according to him yesterday, signed a new 4-year deal with the club. Palace boss also Roy Hodgson also said it's the best possible news we could have. The decision has been his. Talking about Olise, I must congratulate Parish and sporting director Dougie Fredman on the fantastic job he has done. Olise, who is also currently nursing a hamstring injury, scored 2 goals and provided 11 assists for Palace last season after signing from Reading back in 2021. Man City also held talks, are also interested, but reports claim that Olise preferred to move to the blue side Chelsea, although this now looks unlikely. It's no move for any of the side. Nobody's going to have a signature. He's going to continue with Crystal Palace. And I understand the Parish, and I understand Crystal Palace, and I understand Selhurst Park. I understand why they are celebrating this man. They've already sold Wilfred Zaha, who happens to be their best player, to the Turkish outfit. So now, Olise will be a big fish alongside Liberec Eze, Matt Gay. They've got a great team, and that's just what it is. So he remains with Crystal Palace, 4-year deal. Trust me, that's a whole lot of talking point to say. Now, another man making news again, Victor Osimhen's former Napoli coach, Luciano Spalletti, have reached an agreement with Italy's FRJC to replace Roberto Mancini as new handler of the men's senior national team. But lawyers are still working on this release clause from Napoli, and the final decision will be taken on Friday. Happens to be today. Spalletti is a leading candidate for Azzurri's job after Mancini suddenly resigned last week after leading Napoli to historic Serie A title last season. Spalletti left and has a release clause worth circa €3 million. Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis has also insisted that he would allow Spalletti to terminate his contract unless the release clause is being matched. FRJC lawyers are studying the document to see if it's possible to get a Setaldo-born coach without paying compensation to Napoli. They argue that the Azzurri would not be Napoli's competitor, so Spalletti's release clause could be bypassed. Now, the Laurentiis is likely to start a legal battle with the federation if they get Spalletti without paying a penny to Napoli. The FRJC will make a final decision on Spalletti by Friday, and that's today, while the Italian tactician has already agreed on the salary and potential staff members. Spalletti is really causing a whole lot of problem right now. I know how it works. They want to see him. I know Aurelio De Laurentiis, trust me, he just cannot let this slip off his hands. I know this man. I know how he likes to do his business. He's a very strict businessman. His revenue is top-notch, second to none. He likes to make sure everything is intact. But away from that, moving on, Leeds United have been fined £150,000. That's approximately $191,370 million. That's dollar, right? For homophobic chants. It doesn't sound cool. I know about homophobic chants by the fans at last year's Premier League home against Brighton and Hove Albion. The Football Association said on Thursday, quoting them, the FA confirmed that an independent regulatory commission had also imposed an action plan on United. Leeds also were charged on June 13 by the FA after an anonymous report was made to kick it out the organization. Now, the accusation is related to homophobic chanting by Leeds supporters on at least 2 occasions during the March 11 game. The commission also viewed 2 pieces of video footage with audio of the homophobic chanting by a section of the home fans in 20th minute of the game at Ellen Road. United admitted a breach of FIFA rule. We talk about FA Rule E21.4, which states that the club must ensure its supporters conduct themselves in an orderly fashion and do not use discriminatory words. The action plan imposed includes the operational advice and practical measures to be carried out by the club, the period in which it shall remain in force, and the external supporters that may be required. Leeds also issued a statement saying they accept the fine imposed. The club added that they have worked hard to eradicate the homophobia in the community, but clearly that has not been enough. Leeds were relegated to the Championship at the end of last season, and that's for Leeds United. Ellen Road, we will not talk about Ellen Road anymore. They are out of the Premier League, but I don't want this to sound like after all is said and done, more is said than done. Let's see what comes to play on that. I'm so sure the FA will get to play it right, and also if it gets to the UEFA body, I'm so sure the president of the the UEFA side, Alexis de Safrin, will make sure everything is okay. And if it gets to FIFA, Gianni Infantino, the Swiss international, or the Swiss Italian also would make it come to be okay part again to see how this will be. Now let's go on to talk about Pep Guardiola, as he created a new record in the history of UEFA Super Cup just after Man City defeated Sevilla on penalty shootout on Wednesday. Congratulations to City. Star treble winners edged the Liga club side 5-4 after 90 minutes, ended 1-1 full time. It's City's first ever UEFA Super Cup trophy and the first English club to win 8 since Chelsea got it done back in 2021. Now for Guardiola, he's now the first manager to win UEFA Super Cup with 3 different clubs. The Spanish coach won the trophy twice at Barcelona 2009, 2011, and won it 2013 with Bayern Munich. Guardiola led City to become the second English club to win the treble after making up that with arch rival Manchester United, achieving that very great feat back in 1999. Now, after topping Arsenal to win the Premier League, City piped United 2-1 in the FA Cup final before defeating Inter Milan 1-0 in the UEFA Champions League. Let's say it again. Congratulations to Manchester City. Moving on, Europe football ruling body UEFA released the names of the top 3 players shortlisted for their 2022-23 Player of the Season award. The 3 players that made the award shortlist are the likes of Erling Haaland, Lionel Messi, and Kevin De Bruyne. According to UEFA.com, the award is based on their performance for club and country in the period under review. Haaland was the highest goal scorer in Europe last season with 52 goals in 53 games as he led his club Man City to the treble. He also was the top scorer in the Champions League, and he won the Premier League Golden Boot with 36 goals. And also for Kevin De Bruyne, who is Haaland's City teammate, had 26 assists across all competition last season. He topped the Premier League assist chart with 16. He also won the Continental treble for the Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League. And as for Messi, Lionel, he won the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar with his native Argentina and was named player of the tournament after bagging 7 goals and 3 assists in 7 games. He also won the French Ligue 1 with Paris Saint-Germain. He won the Playmaker of the Season in La Liga. Let's talk about the Ligue 1, I beg your pardon, after notching a league high 16 assists. This is incredible about all these big names: Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne, and also Lionel Messi. But you need to know UEFA also announced the nominees of the coaching crew. Talk about the year award category: Man City coach Pep Guardiola, Josep, Inter Milan Simone Inzaghi, and also Napoli coach Luciano Spalletti made the short list. The award ceremony will be held on Thursday, August 31st at the Grand Madi Forum in Monaco. But before I call it a wrap on the show, let's just get to talk about what will be happening tomorrow. Great football we should be seeing. Tomorrow happens to say the league comes back again, but for the Premier League today happens to be a very big day where, Sheffield United were playing away from home against Tower, one each side, Nottingham Forest at home. And it will be a very big game because Steve Cooper have come to say to the media that he's not going to be starting at 1E. But last time we saw a 1E against Arsenal, the change was great. We saw a 1E coming in alongside Anthony Elanga from Man United, and that game actually changed. If there was more time, maybe that would have been history. But for tomorrow, games coming up, 3 p.m. games will be played. Fulham will play against Brentford in the Premier League, and also Liverpool against Bournemouth, 3 p.m. as well. Now, Luton against Burnley has been postponed. Wolverhampton, Brighton will play around 3 p.m. Tottenham Hotspur against Manchester United, 5:30 Nigerian time. That will be the biggest game for the English Premier League side. And also later on, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, it will be Man City trade and tackle with Newcastle United right there at Etihad. Big game, don't miss out a thing on that one. And also, let's talk about tomorrow game in the League One. Talk about the French side. We'll be seeing Lyon play against Montpellier. Toulouse will play against Paris Saint-Germain. That's a very big game. The time for those encounter Lyon against Montpellier will be by 6 p.m. Nigerian time. While Toulouse against Paris Saint-Germain will be 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's see how they can play because already they sold Al Hilal bomb player now. I use the word bomb player. So much money on this guy, Neymar Jr. to Al Hilal. Messi away. Messi has left to talk about the southern side. So now it's about these guys. So let's talk about the Bundesliga German side again tomorrow. Augsburg 2:30 Nigerian time against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Bayern Leverkusen, RB Leipzig, Hoffenheim, Freiburg, all 2:30, and also Stuttgart Bochum, and that's just what it is. The Wolfsburg will host on Heidenheim. And lastly, tomorrow we'll be seeing another great game, Dortmund against Cologne. But don't forget today in the German Bundesliga, we'll be seeing Harry Kane. I want to see Harry Kane play today. They will be playing against Werder Bremen away from home. We know what the result happens to be on paper. We just have to give it to the Bundesliga side to talk about the Bayern Munich Allianz Arena, but away from home today. Now for tomorrow again, the Serie A will be on again, coming back again after a long time. Paul Pogba has had a new hairstyle, wonderful haircut. You just can't imagine. If you see that haircut, you will understand. Maybe he's ready for the season, but he's a fashionista turned sportman to say. Now Empoli against Verona, 5:30 Nigerian time. Frosinone against Napoli, 5:30 Nigerian time. Genoa Fiorentina tomorrow as well. Big game coming up. Genoa will be at home hosting Fiorentina, 7:45. And lastly, Inter Milan against Monza. No Lukaku this time. No Andre Onana. But there is Jan Sommer and the rest of the players, Federico Di Marco and the rest of them. Lautaro Martinez happened to be the captain of that side. But moving on, talk about games we play tomorrow. La Liga Santander is still very much open. We'll be back again to your TV screen where Real Sociedad will host Celta de Vigo. That is for 4 p.m. Nigerian time. The Almeria against Real Madrid, 6:30. Vinicius Junior, Oselu, Rodrigo, and wrapping up Osasuna against Athletic Bilbao. But this is all I can give you on the show. My time is far gone. I need to run right now. But it's a Friday with a feeling, a Friday that will never come back again. The 18th of August, 2023, the best month ever. Happens to be my best month. But right now, I have to go. Stay safe. Make sure you keep it locked with us right here. Don't touch it. Just leave it. It is Voice of the People TV. My name is Kizzy K. Bye-bye for now.